Okay, let me know when you're ready. Ready?
Yeah, the red light's
Okay. All right. Hi guys. Welcome to Over at Archives. My name is Jasmine, and today I have a very special guest. She is the founder and co-host of The Dating Game,
Woo.
and she's been my friend for over 10 years. I'd love to welcome Autumn Campbell.
Hi, Over at Archives. Here I come.
Let me just turn this off so that we can't hear ourselves. How are you?
I'm great.
We
How
were
are you?
literally setting this whole thing up for
A minute. It was a while.
Yeah.
But it worked out. We didn't give up. We were about
It literally
to.
took an hour.
It took a long
so
time.
long, and I was getting really frustrated, but
Yeah.
it's fine. We're here, and we also have Autumn's fiance in the background too. If you want to say hello.
Hi. He's the co-host of The Dating Game too,
Yes.
so gotta give him a little
Gotta give
shout
him
out.
some props. Okay, so we have a really fun-filled podcast episode today. We're going to be kind of just going through a few different segments. So we have 4 segments for today. We have kind of talking about your blog. Got to do some promo for it.
Awesome.
We're going to be talking about the marriage era, fiance
Oh my
era,
goodness.
because we love to hear it. I'm not in a relationship, so I love hearing gushy mushy stuff like that. And on my podcast, on last week's episode, the week before that, I always have a segment on my podcast, just when we talk about what we're over, since it's over at Archives. So we'll have a little bit of time to talk about anything that you're over. It could be small, it could be big.
Oh, I have one already.
Okay.
Oh, I have
love
one.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And then we'll get into something else that I think both of us have experienced or are currently experiencing, which is friendship fallout. So having a breakup with our friends. So
Yes.
I'm so excited to get into this. So buckle up, get ready, because this is going to be a really fun podcast.
Super fun.
Okay. All right. So just getting right into it. So what got you and Brandon into thinking about doing a blog, doing a podcast on dating?
Yeah, so I think what really got me into even wanting to start a podcast is I felt like I was bored and I felt like I didn't really have a hobby. I would go to the gym and stuff like that, but I wanted to do something else. And so I thought, okay, why not start a podcast? And, why not start a podcast on something I love talking about, which is dating and relationships. Every time I see you or see our girlfriends or see anybody, we're always talking about that.
Yes.
And it's one of those topics that you can go on and on about, and it never gets boring.
Never gets dull. I love that.
Never. And everybody's story is so different, but the same. And so I told Brandon, I was like, honestly, even though I haven't dated a whole lot, I think it's really cool to be able to talk to people about their experiences on dating or relationships, breakups, whatever, anything under that umbrella. And so that's why I got into it.
Sorry, I like to just be free-handed.
Oh,
yeah, you can as well.
Pop star.
But I definitely love the whole outlook that you have on dating and relationships, because I feel like since you have been in such a great relationship that you're really somebody that a lot of us can go to for advice.
Yeah.
And I think that, along with having the blog and everything, it just really just melts really well.
Yes, and I wanted to be the person that people could actually be like, oh yeah, she knows what she's talking about because of her relationship.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be the girl that's in and out and then having people wanting to get advice from me. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It's like,
I know. 'Cause we've had friends like that.
Yeah.
So. So what motivates you to be on a consistent schedule? So, I've been keeping a close eye on your blog posts, on your TikTok, on your Instagram, and on your actual podcasts that are on Spotify, Amazon, anywhere you can find it. So what motivates you to be super consistent, posting every single Tuesday? What keeps you on that schedule? Because I know it's super hard to do stuff like that.
Hard. It's really, honestly, and I'm not even the best at it now because I'm still not that great. I'm better at posting my podcast episodes than my Instagram or TikTok, my story time videos.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to be better. I think with podcasts for me though, it's just, I feel like it's easier because I don't have that video component of it
Yeah.
yet. So when I'm filming a story time, I'm thinking, oh, I don't look good today, or oh, I don't
That's
feel.
literally how I felt
But
too.
yeah,
When
but
I
it's-
was,
yeah.
yeah, sorry, go ahead, go for
No,
it.
but it's like I can't keep doing that because that throws me off my schedule. So, you know, with my podcast, I try to post them every Monday. And as far as my story time post, I want to do that like at least 3 times a week.
Yeah.
But I need to be better. I'm not going to lie.
No,
Not
I
the
think
best.
you're doing a really good job. I mean, doing all of this, all of these different outlets, and then on top of that, like working full time,
Oh my
like it takes
gosh.
up a lot of, it's draining, honestly.
is.
Like, and I feel like we have to kind of acknowledge like us doing a 9 to 5 and then going to our 5 to 9 as well.
Oh
Like
my
it's
gosh,
it's
yeah.
a whole thing, and it's like,
It's really hard. It is not
so I
easy.
commend you for that. Like
And
that's
even,
awesome.
Yeah, and even though we work from home most of the time, it's still really difficult because you're
Yeah.
thinking like, oh, but I'm at home. It should be easy. No.
I feel like even when, because I work from home too, even when we're working from home, it's like, I feel like whoever our higher up is, they're constantly looking at us like a beaming light. And it's like, you can barely even go to the restroom without the thing going yellow, honey.
yeah. Yeah.
Like, they'd be like,
stupid
where were
Teams.
you?
I know. For 2 minutes? Where
Come
do you think
on, I can't use the
was?
restroom.
Gosh.
What's going on?
Yeah, but it's difficult, but I'm trying to be better. And I think by looking at other people like you and other like just bloggers or podcasters, whatever, and seeing their consistency motivates me to be consistent.
I'm
So,
not consistent. I missed last week.
oh, we could have fooled me.
Oh, thank
because
you.
yeah, because and honestly too, that's another question: is how closely are people like, oh, she didn't post
Yeah,
this
like,
week.
oh, shit. Yeah, it's, I think too, because my blog post and yours as well, I mean, yours isn't as new, but like, they're both still fairly new, that it's kind of like,
Yeah.
we still have time to create a consistent schedule. We can like miss a week, miss a month,
Right.
and like, nobody's really gonna
no
know.
one's gonna know. Yeah,
But I feel like if we do get to that point where we are getting those downloads and that audience that is like really ride or
Invested,
die,
yeah,
every
yeah.
week, then yeah, at that point, then it's gonna be kind of
I know. And I'm
Like,
struggling
fight or
now because
flight.
I'm like, oh my God, how do I get my following up? And Brandon and I were talking about it. And it's
Yeah.
like, well, I got to be consistent and I got to be on it.
Yeah.
Because I'm so, like, the social media thing, I'm still not good at. Like, even with my own personal one, I'm like, I get a follower every freaking 2 months.
No, it's really hard, especially
is.
with like all the algorithms changing and
Oh my
everything changing like almost daily now.
yeah.
Ugh, it's a headache.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that. That was great insight.
Thanks.
So what is something that you feel you struggled in the beginning of this new adventure, you and Brandon? Maybe Brandon has some insight if you want to take the mic.
I'll start that off.
Yeah.
My struggle was being too worried about people's opinions of it.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I was very afraid of failing at something that I didn't even start yet. Like that's what it was.
And I feel like with me, but this is totally different, but with me, with like Bizu, the clothing store, that was the same exact thing that I had in my head of like, I'm so scared that nobody's going to like it. Nobody's going to want to buy it. Nobody's going to do da-da-da. And that wasn't the truth.
But
because like,
and people really liked your
people
stuff.
liked it, but like, it was that thing in the back of my head of like, I don't think anybody's going to like what I'm doing. I don't think anybody's going to, I feel like, a floozy trying
Yeah.
to do XYZ.
Right,
Like, who am
right.
I to do it?
Yeah.
So I feel like it's kind of the same thing, but it's like, you're doing a really good ass job, both of you guys.
I think we're both really trying, and he motivates me. I
That's
motivate
awesome.
him because, like, now that he's the actual co-host,
Yeah.
because in the beginning I was like, I won't have a co-host, but you'll be on here like every week.
Yeah.
And I was like,
It makes
I'm
more
just
sense.
gonna make him a co-host.
Yeah.
And also, I think people like me and Brandon's dynamic because sometimes we'll have a little like banter,
Mm-hmm.
and then sometimes it's sweet because he's the lovey one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what I think. I was too worried about being like judged, but everyone's gonna get judged. It's just when
Yeah,
you're
no
doing stuff
matter
like
what.
this, it's
Yeah, and I talked about like the judgment thing too, but just more of in a general sense of like my last post was getting over our fears, literally. And in that post, I really talked about how like we can't have everybody love us. Like there's no way.
Yeah.
And so the best thing that we can do for ourselves is just to like just think about us. That's it.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, if people don't like you, they're not for you.
Exactly.
That's it.
Yeah,
And,
they
the people
don't
who
have
love
to
you,
listen.
yeah, they don't have to listen.
Nope.
And the haters are your motivators.
The biggest. Yeah. Do you feel like you also had that issue?
I sometimes I still think about it in the back of my head of like, oh, what is this person gonna think if I post, or what is this person gonna think if I try something new, if I do something different?
Yeah.
But I've come to a point now where it's just like, I don't care. I can't, because then it's just gonna stop me from doing something that could or could not be something even bigger.
Exactly.
It could help somebody. Yeah, it could help someone. Like if I can help someone, that's like my biggest goal.
Yeah.
If I can make someone smile, if I can make somebody laugh, that's my biggest goal. I don't care about like, oh, if I can get 1 million followers and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no,
Exactly.
that's not the goal. So getting more into the dating game. You and Brandon are in your fiancé era, marriage era.
Yep.
I love giving like different chapters of our lives, like era. So currently I'm in my like new bitch era, like physicality, mentality, like that bitch is coming to life during summer. So that's in my new bitch era.
New bitch
but you
summer.
guys are in your fiancé/marriage era.
Yeah.
So I want to know, and I'm sure people want to know who are listening, where are you guys in planning?
I don't know if Brandon wants to kind of jump in.
You don't have
here.
to, but you can.
Where are we in our planning process for our wedding?
Oh, for our wedding? It's a secret.
I love that.
No, but so we just sent out our save the dates. You got yours.
Yes, I got my. They're beautiful, by the way.
Thank you.
I love them.
You know, we were
So
thinking,
aesthetic.
should we have a photo on it? But we're just, we're like different. We're not really like other people. We're like, we gotta have photos on everything.
Yeah.
It's kind of just like, it's just the save
It's
the
a
date.
save the date.
Yeah, so we just sent those out. So I think everybody got theirs. I don't know, hopefully. So right now we're kind of easing into the actual planning process. So we're going to have our wedding coordinator at our resort is going to reach out to us soon to get all the details of the wedding.
I love that. Even
Yeah.
just being like, I have a wedding planner.
Right.
Like, I'm that girl.
But
I have a wedding planner.
Yeah, and it's funny because in the beginning, and Brandon can, he witnessed this, but I wasn't even like all that excited. I'm gonna be honest. Like
Really?
I was like not very bridey.
Why? I wonder.
I think it's because I was already stressed and I didn't even start planning it. I was already too worried about other people.
See, that's the thing. We can't be worrying about others.
Yeah.
Because it kind of messes up with the flow. And you guys are in like, this is probably one of the happiest chapters of both of your guys' lives.
It is, definitely.
So it's kind of like fuck all everyone else, really. Because
It is.
It's about, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
it's about you two.
Yeah.
Not about what Sally and Joe, where are they going to stay?
Yeah.
What's going to happen? Like, we'll figure that out.
Right.
That's on us to figure out. So
Exactly.
I wouldn't.
And
I
even
wouldn't worry
on
about
my
anything.
end, because with my parents not being together and then people on one side of the family doesn't talk to this side of the family, it's like, I can't. And I told my family, I was like, honestly, this isn't my fault that you guys don't talk, so I'm just gonna do what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, do what you got to do and they'll figure it out.
And I think that's advice for people that have, like, I guess, a split household. It's like when it comes to your wedding, don't worry about everybody else's drama. So
Because at the end of the day, they're going to have to figure it out and come together to support the both of you guys.
Exactly.
The one thing that matters and the thing that they actually are going there for.
Right.
So,
yeah, but
I totally agree.
It's been fun though. I think that was just the beginning of it.
Yeah.
At first, when he proposed, I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm a fiance."
Did you
What does that mean?
Did you feel kind of overwhelmed in the beginning?
I did.
Yeah.
Because remember when I called you and then you started crying and then I started crying?
Oh my gosh, but I cry over anything. I
Right,
could cry
yeah.
over dog walking right now.
But yeah, because at first I was like calling myself a fiance. It was just so weird, and also too because I'm the first one.
Yeah.
So it was just
It's
kind of
a lot. Yeah.
It was, and I was like,
I would do the same.
And then I got used to that, and then now everything just feels normal again. I think I had to hit the reset button.
Yeah.
So,
But how do you feel, Brandon?
I feel great. Taking the next step in our relationship was definitely something I didn't expect to do anytime soon, just because it took me a while to get into that that headspace to think that to think to even think about going to buy a ring and stuff like that. So I mean, I'm in a really happy spot. Our relationship is great. We were great. Nothing has changed ever since I asked her to marry me. It's been nothing but getting better, and
She's gonna cry.
yeah, it's been great. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been great throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been a very invested groom, which doesn't happen a lot. A lot of men are like, I don't want to. They don't care about the planning. They don't care about. No.
It's been fun, especially. I mean, we haven't said where our wedding's gonna be at, but.
Well, in case we get really popular, we should probably hold off.
Yeah, I'll just say it's not in Los Angeles.
No.
I'll keep it like that.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, it's been great. It's been great, and I'm excited for the
real thing.
For the real thing and all the memories to be made and to share with all of our family
and friends.
Guys, it's literally gonna make me cry. It's so sweet.
You're gonna cry at the wedding.
I'm gonna cry at the wedding, the
my
reception,
gosh.
whatever you guys have. I will be crying.
Yeah.
That's me. But I literally even was like, I'm gonna get it. Wow, that girl's running. Damn.
Oh. Oh.
She was booking it.
Her tights are see-through.
Oh, that sucks. Let me fix this a little bit. But I'm so happy for you guys. I was even thinking too, because like how you said, I'm gonna be crying so much.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's fine. It just got busy.
Okay.
How you said I was gonna be crying so much. Literally, I was even thinking of getting like a custom-made handkerchief.
Shut up.
Yeah, like a silk black one.
Ooh,
so that I can like hide it somewhere.
You know, remember how on the little mirrors I gave you guys in
Yeah,
your
I
brides,
still have
and
it.
it says bride tribe?
Mhm.
Your handkerchief should say bride tribe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, because I just I don't want to get the
But
makeup
you're
messed
really
up.
good at stopping your tears.
Um,
Kind of. And unless you're laughing,
Yeah.
it's different because they
Yeah.
just.
Yeah. So we'll see. I'm
Yeah.
thinking of different way. Maybe I'll do something where it's like I put something to dry my eyes out a little bit,
Yeah.
so that it's
I'm-
just like I don't cry. But
I'm hoping I'm gonna take maybe like a shot or two, so that I
Ooh.
don't have to
yeah.
get
Damn, she's
so
going
emotional.
again.
I feel like if people make me laugh, I won't cry.
Yeah.
I need someone to make me laugh while I'm up there. Maybe you guys can like whisper some things in my ear as my bridesmaids. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, they'll probably just be like, Jasmine's fucking crying already, dude. You haven't even walked down.
Yeah, Brandon's gonna cry.
Yeah.
Watch.
He
I'd
said
put
sure.
money on it. I'll put money on it.
I could see it happening, like a little, like,
A little.
yeah, that'd be so cute, though. It'd be super sweet.
Yeah.
So, at what moment did you realize that on either side that he was the one, that she was the one?
Ooh, I want Brandon to answer first.
How did I know she was the one? I think I was saving these words for my vows.
Oh,
So,
just be very.
but just to say real quick, I think it's just I feel unconditional love, and that is all that really matters to me. So.
That was so sweet.
Let's see. Oh my gosh. So well, the question is, when did we realize, or when did I realize?
Yeah, when did you realize that Brandon was the one? Like, was there a certain moment, like you were like, damn, he was eating that bag of chips, or like he was drinking that cocktail, he just
You know what's funny? I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that he was the
picked
one
his nose.
until like probably after we broke up. To be honest,
I
think that was a realization moment. Like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I just lost something that was actually really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
I
I
remember
took
that era,
and I think I took
too.
it for granted. I'm not gonna lie, I totally took it for granted. I lost it. I was like, what the hell? Then I had to find myself again, and then I was like, yeah, I shouldn't. That he was the one. And then and even during that time, like we were all single,
Yeah.
going out
Those
and stuff.
singles
Saw that these
ladies.
other guys weren't nothing.
They were trash. They
Yeah,
still are
so
trash.
it really, that was really it. And then I thought he was the one, but we're probably not gonna get back together. But then we did. Like I was convinced that we probably weren't after a while. So, Oh.
I will say that during that time before when we got back together, I just like I got back together just because I saw the how much like I just thought to myself, I was like, I'd be really dumb if I wouldn't be with this girl that loves me so much, you know? Like I wouldn't be a smart person if I were to just let that go. And I
Imagine
never
if you
did.
let
I
this
never did.
go.
I couldn't. And yeah, so I mean, I had to really check myself. Yeah. Hey, but
'Cause
she,
it-
hey, but she,
yeah.
she had to check herself too. Don't get it twisted. She, like she just said,
I'm
you know what I
leaving.
mean?
No, yeah, I did though. Yeah. But imagine like us being with different people right now. Whoa.
I couldn't even see that. I can't.
Whoa.
I would never imagine that.
I might still be single. Who knows?
You know, you'd be back with him.
I'm just saying if him and I didn't work out.
Yeah.
I don't think.
I can't even think about that right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Luckily, we don't have
Well, I love these stories, and I can't wait to hear more about your guys' love story, obviously, at your wedding.
Yeah, and you're gonna witness it.
I'm going
a
to
lot.
witness so much. I'm like so happy. I love love, guys. Even though I don't have it for
Yeah.
myself, I love it for everyone else. So.
We have so much faith that your love is around the
Oh,
corner.
he's coming. He's
Oh,
coming. He's brewing.
He's brewing.
He's
yes.
brewing. For people who are maybe single like me or in like a long-term relationship but haven't reached the level that you guys have reached, what is something that you like, some type of advice that you can give?
I think my advice that I give to every person, whether it's a man or a woman, whoever, is to date outside of date outside your comfort zone a little bit. Because you just never know. Even, the girl that does, my facial treatments and stuff, she said that the guy that she started dating now is someone that she knew in high school that never paid any attention to her, nothing.
Wow.
So she was like, oh, no, screw this guy. I don't like him. I'll never see myself with him.
Yeah.
That was like probably 12 years ago. And now they're together.
Oh, I love that.
And because
Like,
she
coming
gave it,
back
because she gave it a shot and she
Yeah.
really likes him, so that's why I'm like, just give it a shot. You just never know. Like this could be the one for
Yeah.
you, but you're putting him or her off based on what? Based
Well,
on
look.
superficial things. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
a look.
that's
or
just
a-
my advice for everybody. Just do something different.
Mhm.
Look at something different.
I
So,
agree. Did you
yeah.
want to add anything? You don't have to if you don't want to.
Yeah. Give I think a good advice that I gave in one of our podcasts, Whistle While You Wait, go check it out. I said literally, don't try so hard to search for it. Like I said, it'll come to you. It'll come to you when you least expect it, and that's the best time to find it. You know what I mean? And I mean someone that you like or love or might spark your interest.
Right.
Your opposite also too might be the unexpected contender that you never thought.
Yes. In
Yeah.
some ways.
Yeah. Autumn and I are similar in a lot of things, but different in a lot of things as well.
Yeah.
When it comes to like music, or if it comes to like some
Like
ideology
movie
things, maybe
genres too.
movie
Oh my
genres, like little things like
gosh.
that. But it also
Very
helps
little
that yeah,
stuff.
it's very little things, but like it's it also helps that like I'm a very like go with the flow type of guy. I'm not gonna, if she wants to watch this instead of this, I don't care.
Yeah, like
You
if
know?
I want to watch Housewives, he's like, well, I want to watch Die Hard. It's not that
Yeah.
serious. He'll be like, hey, I'll watch Housewives with you.
Yeah.
There are people that are like, no.
Right.
Like, they're just
Yeah.
Yeah. I do think opposites attract to some degree, because just because someone dresses goth and you dress preppy doesn't mean you guys should be together.
Yeah, like Autumn's a good dresser. I don't know how to dress myself, so I mean,
You've got like a street style.
Yeah. He has like a
Yeah.
little street thing, but he doesn't like dress. He doesn't do.
I
like
don't dress to the
fancy.
nines. Yeah. If I ever look nice, it's because Autumn picked it
Right.
out. So
It is
shout out to you.
like the engagement party.
Oh my gosh, the engagement party, your outfit was sick. That was a
Yeah.
great outfit.
It was.
Okay, so now we're on to our third segment, which is things that we're over. So every single week when I have people on, we talk about what we're over. So Autumn, let us know, what are you over this week?
What am I over this week?
This week, last week, what were you over last month, throughout the year?
You know what? I think I've just been over people being petty. Like, for no reason. And I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about, and this will go into our next part. But I'm over people just like being petty for no reason, saying comments or cutting people out or whatever for literally no reason whatsoever, just to do it, just because they know that they can.
Yeah.
But it's like, what's your reasoning behind it? Oh, you don't have one? Well, then get out of my life.
I love that. I completely agree with you, and that segues into the next section perfectly. I think for me, something that I was over this week was my parking spot. Somebody took my parking spot. Yeah. And it was like the perfect parking spot, where it's like there was a wall on one side, and then there was like that no parking line thing.
Love that.
So there was nobody around me, and it was only one parking spot there.
I love that.
I moved it because my other car was being rented. And at the end of the day, when I came back home, that parking spot was gone. And he has not moved it since.
Wow.
He's not going to move it.
He's not
going to move it because he knows once he moves it, I'm taking it back.
Yeah.
It's mine.
He messed up though, because
fucked up.
Yeah.
Because now it's on. It's a war. I don't play with my parking spots.
No. Oh yeah, because remember the last time that lady tried to jack my spot, and she stopped her. She stood in the parking spot. The lady was honking at Jazzy as I was trying to parallel park, so I was frantic. I was like, fuck. And then the lady was honking at Jazzy. She was like, sorry.
Yeah, I was like, fuck off, lady. Like,
oh my God, that was wild.
She was like booking her way and then started honking at me. I was like, babe, we were already here in this space. And now you want to come up and act like, oh my gosh, no, this is the spot that I was trying to get. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
No.
That was crazy. You were a trooper.
I was like, you can wait until I leave. There's a parking spot back there. Fucking wait. And I went purposely slower because I was like, she's acting all types of, whoa.
I know. I saw her.
Okay.
Remember, she could see us, so Brandon, don't look at her.
Oh yeah, don't look.
Anyway, yeah, that's a good thing to be over.
Yeah, it is a little thing, but you know, I think too, because there's so many parking spots because there's nobody here, and it's like he took the one spot,
and he's being petty for not moving his car. So
it's I'll put even a little sign, Jasmine's spot.
Yeah,
please do not take, or maybe I'll put a red cone.
Brandon, are you over anything this week?
No, not that I can think of.
Okay.
I was going to tell you not to put this week.
Oh, okay. That's okay. You don't have to be over anything.
That's good.
Can you check to see if hers is still...
Bombastic side eye.
Oh my.
Okay, that's okay.
Is it going right now?
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I think it stops after like 15 minutes or something like that. It's okay. Mine did it too. Okay, so we are on to our last segment. I'm sad because
this was actually really fun.
I know. I was like, I'm having so much fun right now. So, as you said in our little segment for what we're over, you kind of said how, the pettiness. You don't like the pettiness. So we are now in the friendship squad. So friends might come and go, and wait, what did I write here? Friends may come and go, and what I want... Hello? What the fuck did I write? Okay, so yeah, whatever. Friends may come and go, but the best ones are here to stay.
True.
Right? The ones that matter, the ones that are there for you when you're fucking on the ground. Those are the ones that fucking matter. Okay? So when losing a friend, how do you cope with moving on with life when a large chunk is no longer present?
How do I cope? Well, since this did happen recently to me and everybody knows the story, I coped by knowing that I did nothing wrong and that this person is just probably crazy, literally, and I don't care if this person hears this because they might be crazy. So because I know that, I'm totally okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's super fair.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm just being really straightforward.
no, I completely
I really
understand.
don't. I can't even tell you.
How do you feel about that situation if you want to kind of like talk into it a little bit? You don't have to say like too deep, but like how did that situation and then that situation when the person came to your place, how did that make you feel without you knowing?
Yeah, so the situation that the fact that it ended that way, it was just a very blunt cut off, like we're not cool anymore.
Yeah.
And the fact that they came to my place
Which I still think is
a
fucking
few months
insane.
later without me knowing.
That's
to
like
pick up
creepy.
to pick up another friend of mine. You know, it's funny because our friend, I'll just call her the other friend that was
Frilly.
involved in this. Frilly. The other friend that was involved in this with me. She.
I was not talking about that.
Oh, no. Okay.
No, we'll call her Trinity.
What was it?
Trinity.
Trinity. Okay. The fact that Trinity and I were in this situation and she heard about, I told her, oh, so-and-so, the fake one, came to my house without me knowing to pick up another friend of ours that was staying at our house. Trinity literally was like bursting out into laughter because she thought that was the creepiest thing ever.
Oh.
And she thought that that was really funny how you would drive from here all the way over there just to pick somebody up, knowing where you were going.
Yeah.
And didn't,
by
like,
the
you
way,
know,
that
it's
was
just,
like it
it's
was a
really
pretty far.
weird.
It's not like down the street. Like that's a
No.
far drive,
Yeah.
intentionally going.
Right. It's a
So.
solid 20 minutes from where she is, probably, maybe 15. I don't know, but it's not like down the street
No.
where I used to live.
It's like
from
you're
her.
You're definitely going out of your way.
Yeah, you're going to technically another part.
You're
of
in a
the
town.
valley.
It's
Yeah.
a whole nother town.
hmm So I just thought it was very interesting, and I just think that's why that's like the pettiness. It's like, you know, you can talk and hang out with everybody else in this group,
Yeah.
but the three of us, including Brandon, interesting. But you can hang out with Brandon's sister, and it's cool. Okay. I don't know.
Did you want to say anything on this, Brandon?
No, Brandon does.
Yeah,
he's not
yeah.
like me. He's
indifferent.
stays out
He's
of it.
Switzerland about
Yeah.
it. I understand. I mean, yeah, that's a really. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that it's a super tough situation, especially somebody that has been so close to you for that long. To do something so out of the blue, it just with no explanation as well. It is kind of frustrating because. It is kind of frustrating because you don't know
What
maybe
happened?
like what happened, like if you did something wrong, if they did, well, I mean you didn't,
Mm-hmm.
but if you did something wrong, if they did something wrong and didn't want to intentionally tell you, or if it was just like something clicked in their head and they were like,
Right.
I just need to go.
Right, and so
I need
that's
to
the thing
end it
is that
now.
nobody knows what it is, and if
Yeah.
that was just communicated, it probably would have made this a whole lot simpler. But you know,
Ugh.
what if this person were to have reached out to you in the near future? Like, what if this
The person that we're talking about?
Yeah,
One, she would never fucking reach out to me because she hated me. She hated me for no reason, and I was always confused.
how did you know if she hated you?
Well, there was one time when we all went out together and we all got very lit together. Yes. And we were talking about things and she said, well, when I first met you, I didn't like you. And then I liked you and then I didn't like you. And that she was like teeter-tottering.
What?
Yes.
When
and then
was
she said something about our other friend, Jessica. And she said how Jessica was slow.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, I remember that.
yeah. So that's when that happened.
But was I there for that conversation?
Yes.
Where
We were
did
all
we
sitting
go?
together. We were in Santa Monica. And it was just us three. And we saw the guy from Roanoke, the DJ from Roanoke.
Oh my gosh, it was that time?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow, I don't
It wa-
even remember that conversation. 'cause
No,
we
it was pretty bad. And I was just like, well, I had no.
remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Because
Yeah.
I was like, I have no reason to not like somebody unless they give me a reason. And that was my reason at that point. Because you didn't like me and you wouldn't tell me why. You just didn't. And then you were teeter-tottering trying to figure out if you did. Maybe it was because I was like friends with you and with Trinity at the same time already, like before I
Maybe.
even knew her. But I don't know. That wasn't my situation to
Right.
try and like figure out.
Right.
That just seemed pretty stressful. But anyways, yeah, she would not text me. Even if she did, I would block her ass. And I think I already have her ass blocked.
Yeah.
Had her ass blocked.
The same.
So,
Yeah.
anyways.
Wow, I love the juiciness.
Yeah. You know, as we get older, we tend to be extremely busy with life. Like during COVID, especially, like I felt like we all kind of fizzled out. Everybody in our friend group, not just like our close friend group, but like everyone. So how do you try to balance this now after COVID? Now you being like working from home and like in your marriage era, how do you try and balance like your friends with your fiance, with your family? Like, how do you do that?
You know, it's
If you do
interesting. Yeah, it's interesting because I've always kind of been like good at balancing everything.
Yeah.
Because I just try to make time for everything, even if it's just like 30 minutes here or an hour there. It's like, for example, with homework, let's just say if I'm like writing a paper, I'll at least try to write one page, and then I'll be done for the day. I'll just write the one page, then I'll go and I'll hang out with Brandon for however long, and then we'll be like, hey, let's go see your family. Like we'll all try to space it out.
It's
that
segmented.
way everyone gets a little bit of attention.
Do you feel like that also can be a little bit exhausting though, since you're like segmenting it so often?
It can be because I get very tired at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But I feel better about it because it's like, okay, well, at least I spent time with somebody today, or at least I did this or did that, you know? So I might be tired, but it feels good though.
Yeah. I like that though, like segmenting it so that everybody gets a little piece of the pie. Everybody gets to be around you. It's really nice.
Yeah.
With me, I literally, my planner is my child. I write down everything.
That's good to have.
Yeah, I write down everything. My days, like the way that I organize my life is like, I segment my days by categories. So it's like 2 days will be like my admin days where I just like sit down, do computer work or whatever I need to do. And then I have like my creative days, and then I have my finance days where I sit down and like work out my finances to make sure that I'm not fucking broke.
That's awesome.
Right. And then my weekends are obviously like the days that we do whatever we want, but I still, from like Friday to Sunday, I still try to segment my time of like, oh, I'm going to do, you know, Pilates in the morning, or hot yoga in the morning, or, you know, I'm going to spend time with the girlfriends and like go out to dinner. Let me like plan this out so that I'm not going to be exhausted, or like I'm still able to see people without feeling like I'm overseeing.
Right.
Because that sometimes, like, if you're seeing people too much, it can like feel a little like daunting, a little too much.
Yeah. And we've been in that situation where it's like, we don't have to see each other every weekend
to make sure that we're still friends. Like, babe, we're still friends. Like, it's fine. But yeah, so I think that was it. Thank you so much.
This was so much fun.
I really enjoyed having both you and Brandon on like a little cameo in here. Yeah. So thank you so much.
Ride, so he had to come.
Yeah. I love that. So let the people know what you're doing.
Yes.
Let's hear it.
Yeah. So if you guys haven't already listened to my podcast, me and Brandon's podcast, The Dating Game, you know, it's just juicy topics about dating, relationships, love, everything under the sun of dating. And Jazzy's in a few episodes too. So
I love being on your podcast. It is
so fun.
You know, it's actually kind of funny. I haven't been on your podcast, I don't think, without Angel, but I love being on it with Angel. It's so funny. It's so fun.
It is.
And I love all the little banter that we have as like a quad.
Yeah. It's really funny.
It's
and
so
I think
funny.
that's why people like
Yesterday we were laughing for like 30 minutes.
Oh my gosh, I don't even know what it was about, but we had to read.
I think it was like us eating food in the mic, like super ASMR.
Yeah, and then Angel was trying to grab the chips. I was like, okay, this can't happen. But yeah, so it's really fun, and it's just funny stuff. So you guys should really tune in. And then also, please try to, you know, go on my blog website.
Yes.
Where
can we find that?
So that is the-dating.com. I know that's a lot of dashes, but that's
that is a lot of dashes.
That was
that's
like
okay.
the domain that I could find.
Yeah. That's perfect.
Yeah. And then I'm still, like we talked about in the beginning, still working on my social media. But if you want to find me on Instagram and TikTok, it's at @thedatinggame_blog.
I love it.
Yeah. So yeah.
Can we find you and Brandon on like just your regular Instagram?
You
so we hang out
can.
with you?
Yeah. So, you know, I don't post a whole lot on my personal, but hey, at least I'm there. And my Instagram, my personal Instagram is at Autumn Campbell XO. Yes.
Love it.
Yes.
Do you want to plug yourself a little bit?
Oh, and Brandon also, you know, he posts his little car wrapping on there, which is really good. So.
Yes. Yeah, follow me, bmiranda_911.
Yeah, and he's really good at wrapping vehicles.
He's actually so sick at wrapping vehicles.
So if you guys
so
want,
sick.
you know, chrome, matte black, army,
You know where to go.
he's great at that. So that's something that he's building up. So, you know, we'll see.
I love it. I love it. Thank you guys both so much for coming on. I really appreciate you guys hanging around. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I really appreciate you both hanging around, even though we had a little hiccup in the middle or in the beginning. So be sure to follow my page if you haven't already. You can also go to overarchives.com, email me at overarchives@gmail.com, or at any platform you can find me, Over Archives. And yeah, we will catch you guys in the next one. XOXO. Bisous.